G'day, this is Matt Cornell from Cornell Engineers, and I've got with me
Selah
from
Canada. I work here with Matt at Cornell Engineers in Brisbane, but originally from Canada.
Sadly, she's still got a Canadian twang. So today we're comparing and contrasting construction terms that we use day by day that are a little bit different, and we'll see if we can trick each other up. So, Selah, you go first. See how we go.
Would you like me to choose a word and see if you know what I'm talking about?
Give it a crack.
I'll choose a really easy one. How's that? What would you call drywall in Australia?
Plasterboard.
Hey, ding ding ding. 1 point.
Bracing walls.
Bracing walls, we call them shear walls. But if you said bracing walls, we probably know what you're talking about. How about if I were to say furring out a wall? What would that mean to you?
Battening out a wall.
Yeah, like hacking out, I think would be the term, but same idea.
Triple grips.
Triple grips, we often call them hurricane ties. So
Do they look the same?
yeah, they do look the same. They're fixed in 3 places, but just the physical shape of them twisting around, I think, is similar to a hurricane. Simpson Strong Tie in particular, they refer to them as hurricane ties on their product manual.
Okay.
Hey. What about if I said a sill plate?
Sounds like a bottom plate.
Yeah, exactly, and wall framing.
Yep. So in timber wall framing
That's right.
mainly. Yep.
Yeah.
National Construction Code.
Yeah, so your National Construction Code, we call it the NBC, where you call it the NCC, and obviously the way that the codes are laid out are different, but all in all, NCC versus NBC, very similar.
Right. Cool.
What about if I called myself a PEng? What would that mean to you?
You're a registered engineer.
That's right. So in Queensland, RPEQ, we call them PEng, which of course is just professional engineer.
How many years experience do you need?
4 years of working experience, there's an exam involved, and then a series of what we call competencies, so proving you're capable.
Okay.
Yeah.
We call them pole plates in Australia. What have you got?
Pole plates, I call that a ledger beam, so same idea, just different word.
Okay.
Yeah. What about a header beam?
Lintel?
Correct. Nice. How about an HSS?
I think you said the other day that stands for hollow square section, whereas we call them square hollow sections, SHS.
Yeah, just to be a little different, which is slightly maddening, but if you say it really fast, I don't know what you mean.
Studs are probably the same, so what about jam studs?
Yeah, so we would differ them between the king stud and the cripple studs. So on our plans, we would show how many studs you need to run past the header beam or the lintel beam, and how many the header or lintel needs to actually sit on top of.
Okay. Cool.
Call both up. Yeah. Obviously, of course, we work in imperial as well, whereas here it's metric. So Canada is a metric country, but construction is all done in imperial, so I would call my wall studs a 2x4, 2x6, 2x10, whereas here it would be commonly 35x70 or 35x90. That's about max.
So a 2x10 is a pretty big joist, or piece of timber.
2x6 is common for a wall stud, which is 140 mil.
Okay.
And that's because of how much insulation we need to keep all that nasty cold outside. We usually wouldn't go less than that for an exterior wall. And of course in Australia you can use 70 or 90, but in Canada baseline is 140, so pretty big.
Okay. What do you call battens?
We often call it strapping. Once again though, if you called it battens in Canada, they would know what you mean, but the common term is strapping.
To support a sheet or a sheet.
Yeah. That's right. What am I missing? Oh, channel beams.
That's what you call them.
Yeah,
PFCs, parallel flange channels.
correct.
They're
We just
steel
need the
beams.
C. Yeah.
We like to know that our beams are parallel
Yeah.
and channels.
A lot of people will denote them as a C beam, being the shape. But
All right.
easy.
We call them tradies.
Oh yeah. I just call that a contractor.
Contractor.
Yeah.
And builders?
Builders, carpenter, I suppose.
Okay. Chippy?
Also, gray area.
Do you have chippies?
Yeah, you have them.
Okay.
Yeah, the term wouldn't be really accepted there. In fact, if you use the term builder in Canada, funny enough, it actually sounds maybe a little childish, like what a little kid would call a construction worker is a builder. But in Australia, it's commonly accepted in professional terms. So, bit of learning curve there.
Last one.
What is the last one?
Council.
Council? Oh, I just call that the city. I got called out on that the other day, so.
So submit to private certifier, then the council, you submit to the city.
You submit to the city, yeah, what you would call a Form 15, I would call it scheduled, but it's a similar process. And yeah, we would call it the city, even though it obviously sometimes you have villages or parks or regional districts, but we'd all just call that blanket place the city usually.
Alright, well that's Team Australia versus Team Canada.
Did I win?
Yes, you won. You won a cup of coffee. I get a nice glass of water. So thanks very much for joining us. We'll catch up with you next time. I'll catch you later.